Hey, beautiful people. How are you guys doing tonight? How is everybody doing tonight? I see we already had some comments coming in. So I'm going to definitely tell you about it. And I really want you all to really pay attention to what I'm saying when I tell you all about it. And I never really told a lot of my clients about it. But I really need everybody to know about it because I always tell people keep your utilization at 5%, but I need to go into um, greater detail on why I tell you guys to do certain things. But I hope everybody is doing great tonight. Got some more comments. Blessings to you too. Hi. So this week has been very busy. I've been actually looking over a lot of the credit files this week, home buying clients. A few people have closings coming up, so I'm just going over all of that, seeing what we have going on. And for this year, I want to help more people actually get into their home, and I'm going to focus more on the home buying aspect this year also. I focused on it last year, but I really want to focus more on it. Hi, Crystal. How are you doing? Oh, thank you. And I really don't even want to go. I really don't want to go live right now because doing all the working out, I'm just like so tired. I'm not all the way put together like I'm usually, but I definitely want to go live to answer any questions that you all have. So if you have any questions, make sure you all drop your questions in the comments. I'm going to make sure I answer all of your questions. Now, I hope you all seen the video that I put up about kickoff. Now, kickoff, if you guys don't have at least 4 credit cards and at least 2 installment accounts, you may want to get an account with kickoff. Kickoff, at first, they were only reporting for their installment account. They have the new installment account and they're reporting to TransUnion, Equifax, and Experience. So they're going to report to all 3 credit bureaus. If you are getting their credit line that they have, then they're only going to still report that to Equifax and Experience. So we got to take what we can get, but at least they're going to report to TransUnion. So for those people that need to get an installment account, then that'll be perfect for you all. It's going to count. It's going to count within it. It's going to count. It's going to be the 5 accounts overall. So they're going to count how many you open all together, and it's going to count within there. So if you trying to go for Chase, I don't think that you should even try to get that. I don't think you should get that kickoff account. Kickoff is for the people that can't get a credit card at all. I suggest that account for those people because it's going to be a secured account, because to even keep that account, you have to at least pay $2 per month. And that adds up. When you can just get a regular credit card and don't pay anything at all. So if your credit is good enough, get you a regular credit card. That kickoff account is for people that need to get a secure credit card, but they probably can't afford to get one, or they don't want to pay the money for that secure credit card. That's who that would be for. You said you tried. Did they delete it? They should have removed it. Depends on I guess it would depends on who you call. And some credit bureaus, you just have to call multiple times. So even if they didn't delete it, then hopefully they'll be able to delete it later on if you call again. Oh, wait. I did have Rickita accepted for the chase. Oh, that's good. That's really good. But for your inquiries, make sure that if they didn't delete them already, call them back. They'll delete them. And if you're using like the Experian app, like if you have the Experian app on your phone, let me see if I can show you on the app. I guess not. But if you have that Experian app on your phone, then you should get a notification. Like usually they'll send you a notification like within 4 hours That's what happened with me. They'll see your notification within 4 hours, letting you know, hey, these inquiries been removed. So hopefully they'll remove them. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, your account can be flagged for multiple reasons. So what type of flag? They can mark your account as like frivolous. They can flag your account as it fraud. So it's multiple things that it's multiple ways they can flag your account. Oh, they didn't delete it. Call them back again. I'm telling you, call them back again. Hey, Rickita just wants to know. Oh, credit card debt. Yes, if you owe. So let's get this straight. I have credit card debt that I owe technically. I messed up on my credit cards before years ago, still didn't pay some of them back. I told you guys about this, but I'm still able to get credit cards because it's not on my credit reports. So that's the biggest thing is the debt on your credit reports. That's like the biggest thing. You can owe credit card companies, but as long as it's not your credit report, it shouldn't affect you. If it's on your credit report, then it possibly could affect you. It just will really depend. But some it would depend. But some credit card companies will still give you a credit card even if you owe other credit card companies. But when you owe other companies, you're not going to get like the best cards. I've been putting a lot of just credit cards on my channel in general, just teach you guys about different credit cards and not the best credit cards. But I like sneak that in that they're not the best credit cards. So you guys can know I'm doing a review, but I want you to know they're not the best credit cards. The interest on those credit cards is horrible. And on top of that, some of those credit cards like got like $100 annual fee, something crazy like that. You can get that type of credit card, but if you want to get a really nice credit card, a lot of times you shouldn't have that account on your credit report. You can owe them, but you just don't want them on your credit reports. Yeah, Experian is really easy to remove your inquiries. Just don't go crazy. Like if you have inquiries you need to get removed, you call Experian. Don't say if it's 20 of them, you don't just give them the full 20. Probably give them 3 to 5 inquiries. Say, oh, thank you so much for removing these inquiries. Hang up and then call back. Don't just give them all 20 inquiries. Like, hey, these are all the inquiries I need to get removed. Hang up, call right back. So I was just talking to someone about this. It's not that it's a credit repair company. So I have my exclusive credit membership. So I have all of letters that you guys can use to get accounts removed from your credit reports. I teach you all about credit. I teach you guys about the third party bureaus. It's just a lot of lessons and a lot of information within my exclusive credit membership. But I realize a lot of my clients are lazy. That's just being honest. A lot of my clients are lazy. And it's so simple just to list your account on a letter and for that account to be removed. So I decided that I'm going to send in the letters for anybody that's inside my exclusive membership. We'll send in the letters for you for free. So we'll go ahead and mail those letters out for you for free. Now, you should still follow up with companies and you should get a lot of mail. You should still keep track of your credit, but we would somewhat, tell you different updates to your credit. But if you're a part of my exclusive membership, we can send the letters in for you for free. So I guess that's basically credit repair, but you don't have to mail the letters. We'll do it for you. Wish I could say. Thank you. I don't need a Valentine's Day gift, but I hope you're doing really good. Hope you're doing really good. And I still have my same number too. So well, you should have had my cell phone number. I still have my same cell phone number. I haven't changed it, even though I'm in a whole different state now. I still have my same cell phone number. I made a video about this credit card. Yes, I heard of it because I made a video about it. Check out the channel. And some of the credit card companies, I didn't put the name of it in the title. Let me know if that irritates you guys. Like, for you to put the name of the company in the title, but I didn't put the name of it in the title. But if you look at like my the image, my thumbnail, is what it's called, then you will see, oh, okay, that is a credit card. But yeah, I made a video about that. So you can technically dispute any account off your credit reports. No matter like what's the rule, like anything that's on your credit reports, you can technically dispute it all off. But you want to make sure that, so when you're disputing any account on your credit reports, this is the biggest thing. When you're disputing any account on your credit reports, you want to send in a letter to the credit bureaus, but they're going to send you a response. And you really need to look at those letters that they're sending you so that you can know what you should say back to get that account deleted, just in case they didn't just delete it that first or second time. But depending on that account, if there's any other errors on that account, that can be a reason why you want to get that account removed. And you don't have to just be based off of like your statute of limitations or anything like that. You don't have to just go based off of that alone. But you still can dispute it if there is an error with that, or if they're re-aging your account too. A lot of re-aging is happening. Do you guys know what re-aging is? Re-aging is? I see another comment. If you call my cell phone, leave me a voicemail, because somebody gave up my number like it's a taco truck or something, and they just call some. It's just people call me constantly, and it's like, oh my gosh, I never get any work done like that. But leave me a voicemail, shoot me a text. That would, especially if I don't have you saved in. But do you guys know what re-agent is? Like re-agent of your accounts? And just in case you don't, let's go over it. Right now, a lot of collection companies will, so accounts will stay on your credit reports for 7.5 years. And a lot of companies, if you're at that 7.5 year mark, they will change the dates on your accounts so that it won't look like you're past that 7.5 years. It looks like it's a new account, and it should have a new 7.5 years. So a lot of companies are re-aging accounts, and that's like a great reason to get collections removed from your credit reports, and also have that collection company stop trying to collect on the debt altogether too. When I say stop collecting on it, you got to be careful with this, especially for those people that's trying to buy a house, you're trying to get some credit cards right now, because if you catch a credit collection company up in their mess, like, hey, you're re-aging my account, a lot of times they say, hey, they're sending a letter, hey, we're not going to collect on this debt at all, but they'll sell it to a new company. And you need to make sure that if they sell it to a new company, you know about it. So if you were to get any notices, you want to see those notices, because if you don't respond to those notices and they send them out, if you don't respond in a certain amount of time, usually if you don't respond within 30 days of getting that letter, or when they think you're supposed to have got that letter, they could put that account on your credit reports. And when that account come on your credit reports, it's going to be just hell to pay, basically, because you got to try to get that account removed. And it's going to be too much of a hassle, and your credit score is going to drop like crazy. Hey, so I always tell everybody about a new address. There's different type of people when it comes down to credit. We have people that want everything completely like wiped off of their credit. And then we have people that just wants to do something temporarily. They just want to get their credit score high enough to buy a house, high enough to buy a car. They want to do something quick, a quick fix. They want to get this done fast, right? Within a month to maybe 3 months, right? So if you're in it for the long haul, you want your credit completely clean. If you have negative accounts in your credit reports, you want to get your old addresses removed, because the reason why those accounts are on your credit reports is because they're tied to an old address. So when a company want to put something on your credit reports, they have to have different data points for you. They have to have different information. You have to have multiple things that they know about you, like your name. They have to know your date of birth, social security number, your address. So if you were to get your address removed, then it will be a greater chance that you'll get the full account removed, because they don't know all four. They don't have your address. A lot of people have like they can have the last 4 digits of your social security number. That can match with you, because usually they don't match your full social. They try to match like just the last four too. It's not even really your full social. So if you were to change your address, then it should be easier to get those accounts removed, because people can have the same name is you, they can use your social security number. But if you used to have that address that's removed from your credit reports, and they was using that as part of their verification, then you can say, hey, that address is not even my address. This is my address. And it's going to be a way where they're going to possibly remove that account from your credit reports, because they're going to think that address was somebody else's. Even though you already asked them to remove it, they don't have it in their system to know that that was your address. So that account will come off. Now, if you want to do like a quick fix, you kind of just want to see how many accounts you can get removed off, then, you know, you probably don't want to go into changing your addresses. I still suggest it. And some people that's just really lazy, they don't want to go and remove the addresses and names. Now, I always send out letters to get that removed. Like if you have additional addresses or additional names in your credit reports, I always send out a letter to get that removed. But the credit bureaus, a lot of times, it's like a hit or miss on whether they're going to remove it from your credit reports. The best way to get your old addresses and your old names removed from your credit reports is to call the credit bureaus. Same way with inquiries too. You call them, tell them to remove it. They should have it removed within a few hours. And a lot of times, well, with inquiries within a few hours, but a lot of times they're going to remove that personal information like your name and addresses, multiple phone numbers, your employers. They can remove that right on the spot for you. But that can be the best thing. If you have negative accounts, it's kind of like you can you can turn into a whole new person using a new address. So you can just take all those old addresses off, and a lot of those accounts that if you do have bad accounts, they will be removed from your credit reports. I have different plans for my membership. I have different plans for my membership, but I believe I have my store in the description. Yeah, I would do the same with each credit bureau. Now, sometimes you can send a letter in and they'll remove the inquiries. And I have my free letter too. It should be in the description if you want to try it out for your inquiries. For some people, just scared to call. But I do have that letter in the description. I think it's under I don't have it in the description because Facebook don't let me use my website. Check out any of my old videos and look for, it says something like free stuff, because I have a letter that you can send to a collection company if they're harassing you. So I have that letter that you guys can send out for free to stop them from sending you mail. And then I also have my inquiry removal letter. But it's best if you go ahead and call them. But you can definitely send that letter in, and people are getting results. I think the last time we was live, somebody said they sent that letter in, and it's a free letter too. So you can definitely send that in. And for the people that's like scared, you don't want to call the credit bureaus, then you can send that letter in. Just try send that letter in and send it in certified. That would be, you guys would be, it will work. It will work. So we don't really just do the credit repair. You sign up for the exclusive membership, you're going to have access to a full course. You complete the application, and as long as you're a member, we'll do your credit for free in terms of sending out the letters for you, tracking your credit and all of that, right? Now, how long does it take? The problem that I'm having is that people are doing different things. They're not sending in their if you want to get accounts removed, you want to get the personal information removed from your credit reports. And like I said, so you can send a letter into the credit bureau. A lot of times I send a letter all the time I send a letter into the credit bureaus. But to really get your personal information removed, which is the first step, what you really want to do as soon as you decide you want to fix your credit, you want to get the addresses and names removed. A lot of clients, they're not calling the credit bureaus to get this information removed. And like Equifax, I believe that's Equifax, when you call them, you have to do a questionnaire. At least I do. I have to do a questionnaire to even get into my account. So you can't have someone call to get that removed for you. But this is all about time, right? So if you go ahead and remove your personal information, like your additional addresses, additional phone numbers, you're going to get credit reports from them. Remove your additional social security numbers on there, because you're probably going to have one or two on there, your additional phone numbers, all of the additional personal information, if you have that removed, you can possibly get this to go a lot faster, where you can see like half of your accounts be removed the first month. Sometimes people get even more than that removed, but you really need to remove that personal information. Now, when I help people with their credit, I always tell them that's like the first thing you should call into the credit bureaus to get this removed. It's not going to take you that long. But I still send a letter in for them, but I send it the same time I send out the disputes for the first round of disputes, because sometimes some of your accounts, they will stay on your credit reports longer than others. It's going to be easier to remove some accounts from your credit reports than it will be to remove others. So I send out that first round of letters right away. Now, if you have that personal information removed like you need to, like I said, you should see your credit repair happen faster. But I always tell people, just wait for like a full answer on where you at. Like, should I pay this off, or is this here to stay forever? I always tell people to wait it out the 6 months and see where you're at. But this is also following up too. So not only do I want you to remove your personal information from your credit reports, but as you start sending in letters, or say if we're sending letters for you for free because you're a member, as we send the letters, you're going to get letters from the credit bureaus, and you need to upload that onto a portal. So you'll have a portal. You need to upload that onto a portal, or if you're doing it yourself, you need to read what the credit bureaus they're saying to you, and you need to respond based off what they're saying. If you're not looking at those documents, or say if you're not sending it, we can't even see what they're saying, then it could take longer, because it's like a hit or miss. It's like we got blindfolds on trying to fight them in a way, but we're in a small room, so I'm going to hit them some, but not fully. So we want to make sure we see everything that's happening. We don't need blindfolds on. We need to actually see what's going on. So if you remove the personal information from your credit report, and you're sending out the letters, and you're following up with the letters with additional letters based off of what they're saying, then you could possibly get it done faster. But that personal information is everything. And another thing, the personal information is everything, but another thing that's everything is because you can get like additional addresses removed, right? Say if I stay in 123 Main Street, and then I have other addresses, but I stayed in 123 Main Street for the last 7 years, right? I need to actually get that address removed, because most likely me being at 123 Main Street for 7 years, don't forget stuff staying on credit reports for 7.5 years. I done messed up on some type of account using that address. So now a lot of companies know my 123 Main Street because I used it, and it's all on all their documents. So if you really want to get your credit to go faster, you want to start repairing your credit faster, what you would do is you would get a new address. I don't know, use your mom address, sister address, cousin address, use somebody address. You'll update your address on your credit reports. And when you update your address on your credit reports, you want to get all of the other addresses removed, even at 123 Main Street I was telling you about, because you want to show up kind of as like a new person. You want to appear as if you're kind of different because you have a new address. If you guys understand that, because the companies won't know that address. And when other companies, or if you're going against other companies, you can say, hey, that's not even my address that you can have on these documents. It's just another way you can question them. So if you really want to get stuff done faster, then you want to have a new address added to your credit reports, and you want to get your additional addresses removed. But y'all should listen to that part again, because that's like a big part of it. That's really like a big part of it. So before we get into any more comments, I want to tell you all what I wanted to tell you, like what the credit card companies is not telling you. Now, I told you all that with me, I personally keep my balances on my credit cards under the 5%. I was telling you I was paying my credit cards off every month. And that's where I'm at right now. And that's where I plan to stay. Unless I'm using it for something or something come up, I really want to make sure I'm paying them off every month. And not only that, I'm paying them off on my due date. So for those people that say that they max out their credit cards, they use their credit cards up, and then they pay it off before they report to the credit bureaus, I want you to know that you can possibly slip up if you're doing it wrong. So a lot of people, they say, oh, I'm just going to pay it all the way off so I don't get charged any interest. Let me explain this to you. And I'm working on how to explain different things. This is kind of going to be tricky. I tried to write it down some so I can have key points I remember to tell you all. But say if you were to charge $500 on your credit card, right? You charge $500 onto your credit card, and now your bill is going to be due. They're going to say, okay, you have this as your statement balance. This is how much you owe. If you do not pay your full statement balance, because sometimes most times they'll say, hey, just pay your minimum payment. If you do not pay your full statement balance, then, and you only pay if you don't pay the full statement balance, let's say that if you don't pay the full statement balance, you're going to be charged interest on that full amount. Plus, going forward, you're going to be charged interest too on your upcoming payments. So, say if you have, like I said, you have $500. If you only pay $499, they're still going to charge you interest on your full balance. So some people think, oh, I'm only going to get charged interest for that $1. No, you're going to get charged interest for that full balance because you're supposed to pay your full balance off, your statement balance, by your due date. And then if you charge your card even more, you're going to be charged interest immediately on that purchase, because at first you had a grace period. That's kind of what I'm trying to tell you guys about. You have a grace period where they'll allow you, say for that $500, as long as you pay it off by the statement day, they won't charge you any interest. But if you don't pay it off by the statement day, they're going to charge you interest on that full amount. Plus, you're going to break the grace period going forward. So that means every purchase that you're making on your credit card, you're going to be charged interest. So even if you were to say, if the $500 you pay $499, you're like, dang, Rickita, I messed up, I'm going to pay my full balance next time. You have to pay the dollar. You have to pay the interest that you were charged for that month where you didn't pay it all. And then on top of that, you're going to have your new charges. But you're still going to be charged interest because you messed up your grace period. If you want to make sure that you're not getting charged any interest, because that's where I'm at. I'm like, I don't want to be charged any interest at all. It's no point. If you're getting charged interest, it's no point to ask Rickita, what's the cash back credit cards? It doesn't even matter because you're paying a lot of money in interest. It's not even really helping you. So if you want to make sure you don't get charged any interest, you want to make sure you pay your full balance, your full statement balance by the due date. And I always tell people to try to pay 3 days before your due date, and set up auto payments too. If you set up auto payments, you all be fine, and just say, hey, pay off my full statement balance. If you want to do that, that'd be best for you. But if you were to mess up and you didn't pay it off, you paid everything but that dollar the first month, then you like, okay, Rickita, I'm fixing it. You pay off your full balance plus that dollar plus the interest you've been charged. You still have to pay one more full statement balance to keep that grace period going, so that you won't be charged any interest going forward. So you have to make sure you pay your statement balance in full 2 times to make sure that during that grace period that you're supposed to have after your statement day, usually it's like after your statement day, it's usually like 21 to 25 days. That's your grace period where they're not going to charge you any interest as long as you're paying your full statement balance off. You have to pay your statement balance off 2 months to get that grace period to go back into effect. And let me know if I'm explaining that right. It sounded right with me saying it, but let me know if I'm explaining that right. So for those people that don't want to be charged any interest, just understand this. You want to pay your full statement balance. You want to pay your full statement balance, not the minimum amount. You want to pay your full statement balance by the due date, but it's really best if you pay it 3 days ahead of time. And then you don't have to worry about being charged any interest. Now, if you were to mess up 1 month and don't pay the full balance, you're going to be charged your full statement balance, then you're going to be charged interest going forward until you pay your statement off 2 months in a row. Then you're going to get your grace period back. But a lot of times people say, well, Keita, I don't have money to pay down my credit cards. They say that they don't have money for certain bills. And it's like, if you were to just start canceling out your credit cards by paying off the full statement balance, even for the smaller ones, at least you won't be charged interest for that credit card. And, it could be 4 or 5, even, $20, $30 that you don't have to pay in interest. That money can go towards paying off your other credit cards. I don't want you all to come to the channel, get all this credit card debt, and then you just run it up. Y'all go and spend it all on worthless things. I did that before. And then now you're in debt, and now we're trying to figure out how to get you out of debt. And a lot of times people come to me and think that their way of getting out of debt is to get another loan, but that's not it. You have to just put the money directly on those different type of credit cards and the account. So I don't want you to come here and get all these credit cards and then you get yourself into debt. You really need to find out when's your due date. And you really don't want to, your due date, your statement closing date, you want to figure all of this out so that you're not being charged interest, especially for those people that they have a lot of debt and they're trying to figure out how to pay it off or how to even settle these accounts. You don't want to pay unnecessary money in interest, especially if you're like, oh, Rickita, I'm so happy I have this credit card that offers cash back. You want to make sure that you're not paying interest and you're getting cash back, because it's like, what's the point? What is really the point? It's not going to be a point at all. Are you still doing a shopping cart trick for people? I am still doing a shopping cart trick for people, and I can do it today also, because I told you all I want to make sure I do the shopping cart trick. So if you want me to do the shopping cart trick, put shopping cart trick, please. Put your first and last name. And I guess I got to give you all the forms if you want me to do it for you. So I've seen some people requesting when yeah, I don't know what that is. But I seen some people requesting when it asks us to do the shopping cart trick, hey, get the Visa card for us, get this card, get that card. When we try to do the shopping cart trick for you, we just try to see if the trick works first. We don't even care which card you can get. Does the trick work for first? So we want to try Victoria's Secrets and we want to try Express, because those are the easiest cards you can get. If we can see those can work, we can see that you get the pop up on those. I mean, you should get the pop up on others too. So keep that in mind when we try the trick for you. We want to see if you can just get the trick to work. Some people, the trick does not work. They can't get the shopping cart trick to work at all. I'm still trying to figure out how to get it to work for everybody, no matter what. Because if we figure that out, we will be no more secure cards. That would be awesome. Everybody can just get shopping cart trick credit cards, and then after those start reporting to your credit reports, then you can go ahead and get other credit cards, because that should boost your credit score by having a new account on your credit reports. And I always tell you, if you don't have at least 4 credit cards, then you're not really building credit. You need to have at least 4 credit cards and 2 installment accounts on your credit report. Okay, so let me get that link for you for the shopping cart trick. So let me see. I have it on here. And I will try the shopping cart trick right before I leave. So I plan to be live for an hour, so I'll try it right after. Around like the 8:45, around that time. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so here's a link for the shopping cart trick. Yeah, fill that out, and then I will go ahead and try the shopping cart trick for you. To get in, you can fill out, you can become a member by signing up for it. Let me see if I can find the okay, here we go. You can find a membership there. You can sign up. Are you successful getting a re-age account removed? That's like our biggest thing when we send out letters for like collections, even some charge-offs too. That's like the biggest thing, is the point that they're re-aging an account. Definitely collections. Like that's I'm telling you, if you look on your credit report, you're gonna see that's like the biggest thing. Yeah, I seen that. I seen that. That is really good. I'm happy for you. 71 points with kickoff. And when you say kickoff, now you got to say, was that the revolving account, the $500 account, or was that the installment account? Because both accounts are going to react differently with being added to your credit reports. Oh, I wanted to tell you all too, because I got a comment asking about kickoff. So, someone signed up for the kickoff account and their credit score was 680. Their credit score went up 1 point. So somebody asked, "Is it going to drop my credit score? Should I sign up for the point?" Since their credit reports went up 1 point, I will suggest it if you have a 680 now. But I wouldn't suggest if you guys have a higher credit score, and it's because of your age. Getting new accounts added to your credit reports could drop your credit score if your credit score is really high because you're messing up your age, your average age of accounts. If you get an account removed from one credit bureau, it's not going to automatically come off of the other credit bureaus. There is a letter that you can send out saying, hey, one credit bureau removed it. You should remove it also. But they're all separate companies. You have to send each one of them a letter, and you're going to see your accounts may come off staggered. Like you got a bankruptcy, it'll get removed from TransUnion and Equifax, but Experian will still hold it, and it'll be harder to get it off of Experian. You'll have a collection. A collection can come off all three credit reports, and maybe you see that Equifax and Experian remove it, but TransUnion is still holding on to that account. And a lot of times that's because of the personal information that's on your credit reports too. Like I told you all, you want to get like the additional names and addresses removed from your credit reports. And after you send a round of letters out, and let me know if you guys understand it when I say round of letters. When you guys you want to send at least 6 rounds of letters. That means every 35 days, you want to send a letter out. Every time you send a letter out, it's called a round, right? So after your first round of letters with Experian, then they should send you a copy of your credit reports, and you're going to see additional names on their addresses, additional social security numbers. Yes. You're going to see additional date of birth. You want to get all that additional information removed from your credit reports, especially from Experian, because Experian will say, hey, we verify some of this information, and the only reason why they want to verify is because they want to keep those accounts in your credit reports, and they know if they was to remove that personal information, those accounts are going to come off. So you want to work hard to get that information off of the Experian, because sometimes they may say, hey, we verify this information with CCI, so you want to get that personal information removed. But if one credit bureau remove it off, you can just send the other 2 credit bureaus a letter saying, hey, one credit bureau removed it, you should remove it also. Okay, perfect. I don't think I don't remember much of the details on what I was making that video about, but it's definitely out there. Oh, putting new dates. So I did a full lesson on third-party credit bureaus like LexisNexis, SageStream. I did a full video on that, and that video is actually inside of the membership too, because and this kind of, I talked about that today too when it came down to that kickoff video. Those third-party bureaus, they're holding information about you, the same information that we getting removed from TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. And TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian will reach out to these third-party credit bureaus to verify information. So I definitely did a full video on it. I gave y'all the name, the address, how to freeze them to tell them to stop sharing information. I did a full video on that. It's inside the exclusive membership where you guys can watch it. You have all of the names, address, fax number if you're able to fax it, because that's the best way. So I have all the information in there. And someone left a comment saying for kickoff, if you if you put a freeze on your LexisNexis, then they will not give you an account with kickoff. But I find that to not be true, because I put a freeze on mine. I got my kickoff account, but keep it in mind, because maybe, like I told you, getting additional addresses, names, stuff switched around, maybe they were able to figure it out or get something fixed with that. But keep that in mind if you're unable to get your account with kickoff. For those people that is a part of my exclusive membership, we're able to do two new things now. We're able to add a freeze onto your credit reports if you want us to. I really think that everybody should have a freeze on their credit reports unless they're actively getting credit cards. But I still think that you should place a freeze on your credit reports. And if you want to apply for a credit card, you take your freeze off at that time, because somebody can try to steal your identity. But if you have a freeze on your credit reports, you don't have to worry about them actually getting access to your credit reports to get new credit cards. So now we're able to put a freeze on with us without you having to do anything. So put a freeze on, we can take a freeze off also. So those are two things that we're able to do now for those people that need that. One thing I am working on is, we talked about the third party bureaus, is that we're able to put a freeze on all your third parties for you too. You know, hit or miss, not, I don't want to say hit or miss, but some people, when I was working directly with them, actually help with the freeze, but it's just, I don't have it set up where like everybody can get in. We can keep up with everybody. It's a lot of work, but that's something we are working on. If you have those third parties, you want to put a freeze on them, then we're working to be able to do that. Do that for you all. I had a lot of success with changing my address. Like when I messed up, like I told you all, like I don't even know how to fix credit because I had to fix mine. I messed mine up, right? And I don't know, I would say I had like 10 different credit cards I didn't pay. I'll say I had like 10 different credit cards, and I had to change my address to get that stuff removed. I had to. And that's the way I was taught too. When I was learning about credit, that's how I was taught. I was taught the way of like deep cleaning, get all this stuff off your credit. So I changed my address and got the additional addresses removed. And if you want, not if you want to know, let me tell you really quickly how you can do it if you need to be sneaky about it. So there's multiple ways to change your address. A lot of times, if you call a credit bureaus, Transient, Equifax, and Experian, and say, hey, I have a new address, I want to add to my credit reports, they're going to tell you to send in verification that that's your new address. And you can be like, what? Why send in verification? I'm telling you what my address is. They're going to be like, no, we need verification. Sometimes they'll just add it, try it, they're going to only tell you no. But if they won't add the address onto your credit reports, all you have to do is apply for a credit card and make sure that they're going to do a hard inquiry, right? Apply for a credit card. Usually I tell people apply for Capital One. Capital One will pull TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. You can apply for Capital One, and you can apply for Victoria's Secrets. These are ones I tell people: Capital One and Victoria's Secrets. Apply for them using your new address. Your new address will instantly be added to your credit reports. Every address, every name, any information that you're putting onto those applications, they're being sent to the credit bureaus for them to get a copy of your credit reports, and the credit bureaus keep all of that information. So even if they won't get that address from you, if you apply for the Capital One and apply for Victoria's Secrets, you're going to have that address placed on all three credit bureaus. And then you can call the credit bureaus. I will call them the next day and say, hey, I have these addresses I need to get removed, even that one that you had as your main address. So you can get that removed also. So that's what you can do with changing your address. And don't forget, you can go to the DMV and get that address added to your ID too. If you want to, you get that address added to your ID and send that in as a verification if you don't want to get that hard inquiry, because I'm telling you to get 2 hard inquiries added to your Experian credit report, and then 1 to TransUnion, Equifax. So Victoria's Secrets is going to put that hard inquiry on Experian just in case Capital One don't pull that Experian. And if you don't want to get that hard inquiry, then you can go ahead and change your address, go through that verification process if you want to. I would rather you just have that address added, call the credit bureaus and say, hey, you need to get those inquiries removed, and they'll remove them. And you may have to sign, you may have to call them once or twice, maybe 3 times, but just do it, y'all. Thank you. Somebody gave me $10. Thank you. I've been on a crazy no spend, like crazy. So Thank you so much. My goal right now, and I'm actually making sure everybody else is doing this, is paying off debt. So I have my car. It's less than 2 years. I'm gonna have this car paid off. I got a loan for 60 months. I'm gonna be paying it off by the 23rd month. So that's something I want to teach you all about, because you don't own it until you own it, until you don't have any type of liens, and you have the full title, like it's your vehicle, it's your house. So I want to teach people how to pay off debt. That's my biggest thing. Even I'll teach you all about credit cards. I want you all to have that cushion of a credit card for if anything was to happen, but I really don't want you guys to be dependent on credit, because if you depend on credit, all you're doing is making everybody else rich. You're not putting money aside for your retirement. You're not doing any of that. You're not having money so that you can do things that you enjoy. You spend all your time paying off debt. And I've been there, done that. So I really appreciate that for sure. So for my where do you sign up? I don't know if you mean for the exclusive membership, or if you're talking about for the shopping cart trick. But the shopping cart trick is down below, and also I believe I put um the website on there for if you want to sign up for the exclusive membership. And if you all sign up for the exclusive membership, then you should see right away how to actually complete an application, get your credit reports, and we can start sending letters out for you. And usually, and this is something I want to make sure that we're standing firm on, so you can definitely know that this is going to happen, is that when you sign up, we have all your information. We're going to get your first round of letters out within 24 hours. That's like my commitment. I want to help people. I want to help everybody get it done as soon as possible, because we used to wait. Sometimes you'll be 24 hours, then sometimes you'll be 72 hours. But we want to make sure within 24 hours we actually get your letters out, which means you should get results faster. Now, don't forget, we still wait 35 days. So if we used to send a letter out for you to get accounts removed, we're still waiting 35 days, because we have to allow them time to get it. We're going to give them the 5 days, and we're going to pull your Identity IQ credit reports, which you should get those credit reports. We're going to pull those credit reports. So on that 30th day, in a way, the 35th day, then your credit report should have your results on there. But sometimes they may not have your results. You may see your results the following month on Identity IQ, but get Credit Karma. Credit Karma, they actually update your Equifax every day now. So I got the notification that they update your credit reports every day now. I'm going to make sure I make a video about that, but every day they're going to update that, and TransUnion is updated every day. So even if you don't see it on Identity IQ, or if we don't update the results because they're not on Identity IQ yet, you can always see them on Credit Karma. So you can definitely see those changes there. Now we have 2 more minutes, and then I want to try the shopping cart trick. I don't if you all to let me see if I have my banner. I believe I have. Okay, here it is here. If you guys text SCORE to 21,000, I believe that link is there too. I think I give you all a link to sign up. Oh, you're welcome. I did a video on how to file a complaint with the CFPB. Sometimes I make the video, you guys. I'm just talking to you like you my friend, and I'm trying to help you out with something. And I did not mean to show you how to file a complaint, but if you see that, it's like my latest video, the credit bureaus. Let me just drop the link for you, because I want to just give y'all. I don't want y'all to have to go searching, because it's a possibility that you will never find it. So let me just drop the link. Now, I talked about the CFPB and how they were saying that the credit bureaus are not processing disputes, but then I showed you how to actually file a complaint with them since we were already there. So let me see if I can. Here it is here. Okay. And then I show you how to actually do those disputes. Can inquiries from your current address be removed? Inquiries are not so much tied to your addresses. It's really those accounts. Oh, that's good. So I wonder how much your credit scores are going to go up. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I want to change your mindset too. That's the biggest thing I want to work on this year. This year, I don't want to just tell y'all what y'all want to know. And some of my clients, it's certain things I need to do, and I don't want to just beat around the bush with you all and say, well, I guess you can try this. I guess you can try that. No, this is what we have to do, y'all. Like, this is the only way we're gonna get those results. So y'all start saying me be really direct. Just give me a little grace. Give me a grace period like your credit card company. Give me a little grace, because I just want us to get harder about our finances and understand that if we are not on top of our finances, not only are we hurting ourselves, we're hurting our kids, and we hurting our grandkids. We're hurting generations to come, because we live for the now and we didn't even think about the future or having anything set up for them. And on top of that, a lot of people in my family too, I don't know what kind of family y'all have, they don't have retirement or anything like that. They on Social Security. Don't make that much money. They don't own a house. I want us to do better. So I'm gonna be on y'all butts as much as I'm on my own butt about certain things. I'm trying to read this comment. Okay, so wait. So if I pay the minimum of $40, but $75 was a new balance, the closing date. So I'm guessing you saying a $75 was that the annual fee? I don't know. If you don't pay that full balance, you're going to be charged interest on the full 75. If you don't pay the 75 off. And I can't think all the way fully right now, you guys. I'm exercising, I'm fasting, and all of that. So I can't think fully, but I'm guessing that you're basically saying this, that if you don't pay the full $75, you're going to be charged interest on the full $75. You have to pay that full balance. Oh, thank you. I swear I can't hear this enough, y'all. Y'all know I got the baby that's 1 month. I can't hear this enough, because I'm just like, oh, going crazy. But I'm like, people need this. I wish that somebody would do like what I'm doing. I wish. So I'm in a different part of life. I just turned 30, so I think I'm wiser. I think I'm wiser. If you continue to run from debt, you're going to always be running, and you're going to always have a reason why you're going to be running. Before I would tell you, hey, you need to try to get them to close out the full case. Don't try to pay them. That's what I would say before, right? And get an attorney. I'm not an attorney, so I can't give you advice. If this was me, what I would do, I would try to come up with some type of settlement to get this closed out and the case closed. I would not try to fight them to the end, especially without an attorney, because a lot of people are not going to do it correctly. I hope I'm like looking at you by looking up at the camera, but I would not try to fight this. Honestly, if you know you owe that, I will really try to get it settled out. If you know you owe it, because that's one less bill you got to think about. I don't I don't want you all to continue to run from certain debt because you're only making it harder for yourself. You do not want them to get a judgment because that's going to allow them to be able to garnish you. And now you have a judgment on your name. You just don't want to have those type of problems. So if you know you owe the debt, I would try to settle that debt out. That's what I would honestly say to do. And if you say you don't have the money, then you should really do like a major cutback like me. Like, look at my nails, y'all. Like, look at me. I look crazy in my mind. But I'm literally like, I need to focus. I need to have certain goals done this year. My mind is just totally different. And I will make sure that any additional money I have will be going towards that debt. I wouldn't be eating out. I wouldn't be doing anything. I would just be paying off that debt. And when you pay off that debt, you sell them out. It's one less company you have to think about. I wish a company would sue me right now, like for a credit card. Like, that's problems that you reap if you had money, or if you would have paid them, or you would never took their money, you wouldn't have had. I want us to stop having those type of problems. Like, really stop having those type of problems. And those debt be the debts that if something was to happen to you, that they'll be calling your kids, they'll be calling anybody to try to get that debt. I told you guys that my uncle passed away last year, and so many companies called me about his debt. Did he get any insurance? Because we are entitled, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is too much. So these are the type of debts that's going to be lingering around forever. If I were you, I would just sell it out. And then keep it in your mind too, that if you take money from any company, no matter what, some people, and I was there, I was younger. I started with credit when I was um 23. I have the right mind at that time fully. If you take money from any company, you want to pay it back, even if they charge you a $150 annual fee. You knew it was $150 when you start spending the money on that credit card. Do not take money from companies if you're not going to pay them back. It's modern day slavery, because at any time if you completely owe that debt, they can come and try to sue you and try to garnish you, and now you're fighting with them. You don't want to go through that. So just going forward, if I were you, I would settle that debt out, and I will just never take money from a company that I know I'm not going to pay, if I know I'm not going to pay them back. And I won't overspend on any credit cards or anything anymore. Oh, hey. You're finally here. I haven't seen you on a live, but then again, too, this is my third live now since having my baby. I haven't been going live like that, but every Friday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I'm definitely going live. If you put a freeze on your credit report, it will stop you from building your payment history. So if you put a freeze on your credit reports, all that is doing is making it so that nobody can pull your credit reports and look at your credit reports. That's all that's doing. A freeze is basically saying that no one can actually get your credit reports. You locking your credit reports. So let me see if I can pull up my experience for you all. Because you can put a freeze on your credit reports, like right from the app. So here it is. I have a lock. So that means that no one can actually pull my credit reports with Experian while the lock is on. So that means I can't get a new inquiry. That means that nobody can try to steal my identity by applying for new credit I don't even know about. If I want to apply for new credit, I have to unlock it, and all I have to do is just hold it down. You see that? And now it's unlocked. So now anybody can pull my credit reports if they want to. If they had the right information, my credit reports can be pulled. But let's go back and lock it. Now it's locked again. So that's not going to stop you from building your payment history. That's just making so that no one can pull your credit reports, not even you. If you have a lock on it, you can't get a new credit card if they want to do a hard pull, because they're not going to be able to get your credit reports. It's a message from them. I would say wait the 30 days for LexisNexis. And if you really want to get that bankruptcy removed, call them. So if you call them, they're going to, you can dispute it right there on the phone. I will call them. You can dispute it right there on the phone, but then say, hey, I wanted to send in additional documents, and they should let you know how to send in additional documents. And then you can attach your full letter, whatever letter you want to send to them. That's what I would do. And call them and see, like, hey, did you guys get my letter? Like, just to verify what's going on. I will call them. Oh, the installment account. Okay, good. Okay. That is really good. He's talking about the kickoff account, 71 points with, it was an installment account he got. Now let me try the shopping cart trick really quickly, you all, because I said I was going to try to do the shopping cart trick. So whoever want me to do the shopping cart trick, don't forget, drop your first and last name down below. I put the form in the comments. Make sure you all filled out that form first so I can even try to do the shopping cart trick for you all, because if I don't have that form filled out, then I can't do the shopping cart trick. I'm not going to know what to do. I had a thing. Let's see. Yep, there you go. Oh my gosh, there you go. Okay, so I put this up here. So now you all know that the shopping cart trick is starting. So this is something new that I did create. Now, don't forget, fill out that form if you want me to try to do the shopping cart trick for you. Go ahead and fill out that form. So let me go ahead and pull it up now. I know we had already got a name earlier. And if you all have any questions, you can still drop them down below. I think that I'm going to still go through all my questions, but y'all know how I just keep running my mouth like for a long time on certain questions. I'm going to just answer them as quick as I can, because I want you to get something other than not getting anything at all, especially if you have a question. But I'll be going live again next week too. So let's see. I have the form being filled. Okay, here it is here. So let me see who wanted me to try that for them. Let me go back up. Now the shopping cart trick is a hit or miss. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do the shopping cart trick with I'm going to try to do the shopping cart trick with Victoria's Secrets, and I'm going to try to do it with not Equifax. I'm all over the place. Victoria's Secrets and Express. I need to get some rest, y'all. I need to get some rest. It's official. Okay, so let me see. Let me make sure I'm matching the names. Okay, let me call in. I don't see your... I don't think you filled out the form because I don't see it. Let me see if you filled it out before. You got to fill out that form again. Let me see if there's anyone else. Okay, let me see, Warren. Oh, got you. 8:44. Okay, so let me try. Let me try to see if I can get this to work. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I'm doing the shopping cart trick. And then when it's time for me to put in like their personal information with their name, address, I'm not going to show you all that. But I can still show you the process of trying to get this shopping cart trick to work. Okay, so let me share my screen with you all. Here we go. Perfect. So this is the Victoria's Secret website. I'm not going to give you this credit card. I just want to try to see if the shopping cart trick is going to work. So we use Victoria's Secrets and we use Express. So we want to put between $200 and $250 worth of items in the cart. So let me show you what I always do. So I always hover over sleep and then I go to cami sets. I always find like a cami set for like $49. Those are the ones I want to put into the cart because I get 4 of them. So here's one right here, $49.95. I know I tell you all between $200 and $250, but I still get the shopping cart trick to work when it's at like $199. Somebody said that they got the shopping cart trick to work for them and they only put $80 in a cart. So we have to experiment to see what's going to work, but this actually works. So let's add 4 of those to the cart. It's 10 items in there. Maybe I had stuff in there already. Let's see what it is because I'm pretty sure it was through the shopping cart trick. Yeah, I added other stuff on and let's get all this stuff deleted. Yeah, okay. So last time I did the trick, I added 5 of the little house slippers. So let's remove that. So now we're at $199. We want to continue to check out. So now I have to put the first and last name in. I want to put the address in with the city, state, and zip code, and put the phone number in and put the email address in. So let me go ahead and remove this here so I can go ahead and put this information in. Let me stop the screen share because I don't want to accidentally show anything. Now, this is going to be a hit or miss. If you want to ever get the shopping cart trick to work for you, you want to make sure that you're opting into Factor Trust and the pre-screen opt-out. And if you look at any of my old shopping cart trick videos, then you'll have their website, or you can just Google it, Factor Trust and pre-screen opt-out. You want to opt into both of these companies. And all you basically doing is telling them, hey, send my information to all the credit card companies, all the loan companies, any company that's sending out anything, because I'm trying to get a credit card. I'm trying to get a loan. And you're going to get so many letters in the mail. It's going to be ridiculous. And when you get those letters in the mail, it's going to say you pre-approved for the credit card. But also you can go online, kind of like what we're doing now with the shopping cart trick. You can go online and get them to approve you for credit cards by putting items in your cart, acting like you're going to buy something, act like you're going to check out. And since they already have your information while you're checking out, you're going to get a pop-up saying, congratulations, you're pre-approved for his credit card. So we didn't get the pop-up for Victoria's Secrets. It didn't pop up. So cross your fingers. We got to try Equifax. So let's try Equifax really quickly. Not Equifax. Oh my gosh, you guys. Express. I'm going to get some rest after this for sure. But the shopping cart trick, it does not work for everybody. But for sure, getting offers in the mail could work for everybody. All you have to do is just fill out that form. So let me share my screen again so I can show you Express. Just in case. Okay, so see, let me add that to the screen. Okay, here's the Express. So you see how I got this pop-up right here? That's a good sign. If you're not getting a pop-up like this when you first come to a website, then you may not be doing it correctly. But let's see if I have anything already in the bag from me doing a shopping cart trick before, maybe. Okay, nothing's in the bag, so let's go back. And again, you can put anything in here. We're not going to really buy these items, so I say just put anything in there just so it can add up. That's it. We don't care what it is. It's just between $200 and $250. It's like that sweet spot where you want to be. So these are nice. Let me make sure. Okay, it is on the screen. Let me remove your name. Okay, let's add that to the bag. And I'm just going to get the same thing, just different sizes. Perfect. That should be 4. Yep, we got 4 things in the bag. View bag and checkout. So it's $200. So this is good. They already promoting the credit card, so that means that it's going to be a great chance of getting this pop up. So cross your fingers. Don't forget, cross your fingers. Check out and check out as a guest. Do not sign in. You want to check out as guest, and you want to put your information in. So your first and last name, put your email address in twice, put your phone number in, and then we're going to go into the shipping and billing address. We're going to put that address in there. Now, this is a key thing. When you're doing a shopping cart trick, you want to make sure that you're putting that same information that you put into Factor Trust. You want to make sure that you're putting that onto this form, into the card. So I close out the screen. Let me go ahead and try to see if I can get this card for him, Warren. I hope you are crossing your fingers that is working. And let me know too if you have gotten any shopping cart trick credit cards so far. As soon as you get one of the companies to work, usually all of them are going to work. And you can do the shopping cart trick with Camping World. You can get a Visa credit card. We was able to get somebody a $3,000 Visa credit card that way. You can also do this trick with Lane Bryant. You can do it with Children's Place. You can do it with Overstock. Somebody got $4,000 Overstock. So it's multiple companies that you can actually do this with. So just try, see if it works. If you get the shopping cart trick to work, then look for the companies that you really want to get a credit card with, and then apply for them. Now, if you are trying to get a credit card to build your credit, I really don't care which credit card you're getting, as long as something is being added to your credit report. So I'm not going to tell you definitely got to get this credit card or that credit card. Just get any credit card. Let your credit scores go up. After your credit scores go up, then you're going to be in, you're going to have a chance to get other credit cards that you couldn't have gotten before because now your credit score is higher. So just get these credit cards, have them added to your credit reports. Keep the balance low on your credit cards. And remember, I talked to you guys about your statement balance earlier. So you want to make sure you pay it off by the statement balance. And you should be good. You should be able to get more credit cards pretty soon. Okay, no pop-up with Express either. I think that you may have to opt in again for Factor Trust, and you have to also do the pre-screen opt-out. So let me drop those links for you all just in case you couldn't find them. So that's the Factor Trust. And this is the pre-screen opt-out. Pre-screen opt-out. And you want to opt in though. Opting out means don't get any of my information to any of these companies out here. That's what that means. And don't forget, Factor Trust is like a smaller credit bureau. So they are a credit bureau. They are a credit bureau. So they probably already have your information. You probably don't have to opt in. When I first started doing the shopping cart trick live, like how I'm doing it now, somebody got approved for the Victoria's Secret credit card without even ever opting in because their information was already in the system, their system. Oh, this is a good one. So let me just run through these questions fast. I have 4 credit cards canceled for lack of use. How much should I use on a credit card to avoid this? I had the same thing happen to me, but I always tell my clients to use your credit card at least once every 6 months. If you get your account canceled, it will say close. It will say it was closed on there. Then I want you to make sure that you're using your credit card every 6 months. Usually it's every year. If you don't have any activity, they're going to close it out. But I tell people do every 6 months. That way you can make sure that they're not going to close out. Because some companies, like I made the video about the Care Credit. I'm going back on something else. But I got to tell y'all, I made the video on Care Credit and someone said that they got approved for a certain amount. But as soon as they got their procedure done and they paid off their credit card, they dropped the limit on that credit card and eventually closed it. So make sure you're using that card every 6 months. But for some companies like that, they will still drop your limit if you're not using it, especially if you are done paying something off like the care credit. So that's something different. But just buy something every 6 months, even if it's like a dollar. Just buy something, have some type of activity on it. Oh, I must have skipped your question because there's so many of these that I already seen. Oh, that was Lee. Thank you, Lee. Oh, y'all hear the baby? I'm past my time. Let me see. I have 2 capital ones. Ask them for an increase on your credit card. If you have them for 2.5 years, like when I had my Capital One account, I would go right into my account and ask for an increase every month. It's going to be yes or no with them. So I would tell you to call them, ask them for an increase, and then also ask them for an increase on your account. So I have a full video. Let me see. On the credit cards that's going to pull Equifax. Oh, I almost exited out the full thing. Paste. There you go. So those are credit cards that's going to pull Equifax. I'm not doing appointments, and I told everybody that I'm going to start back doing appointments for sure around like March 1st. But I'm not doing appointments right now. But you can still call us. I still have other people on the team that can help you. But I figured March 1st, and y'all still have to bear with me because I have the baby. That's the biggest thing why I haven't started. I need something to do. I need to talk to adults. I need to have some type of adult communication now. So I love like going live, and I love helping behind the scenes, and maybe talking to a client. Maybe if they have like some clients have like my personal cell phone, the ones I'm like really helping them vigorously. But I have the baby right now, so I can't be dedicated to calls, but I am taking calls March 1st. And sometimes if you call in, y'all, it's only 54 people watching this right now, right? So it's not too many of y'all that's gonna call in. But if you call in and say, hey, can you put me down for talk to Rickita? They already know that March 1st they can start filling up my calendar, and they know certain rules on who can talk to me possibly sooner. So if you want to call them, you can still try to get that appointment now. Just say, hey, I'll just wait. I know she said she'll talk later on this month. Oh, she told you that? Okay, I'll put you on the schedule. That's probably what's going to happen. So you can call and get on the schedule now before it gets booked up. Yeah, so if you get the membership, you have full access to do your credit repair yourself. Like I teach you everything, how to fill them out. You have all the access to the letters. Now, this is the thing. You're gonna have full access to the letters. If you want us to send out your disputes for you, that's just something where you just fill out the application, you get your credit reports, we'll do it for you. It's no additional charge. As long as you're a member, we'll send out the letters for you. And the biggest reason why I want to do that is because it's baby steps in all of this, and some people just don't even send out the letters. If we can just send out the letters for you every month, and your credit is magically just going up, because in my head, if I wouldn't have sent them out, you would never send them out. So your credit is magically going up. That'd be better than your credit not going up at all. So you still get access to all the letters, but we will actually send them out for you also. Yes, bankruptcies can be removed from your credit reports, but bankruptcies is more of a hit or miss, to be honest. And when I say hit or miss, you may be able to get it removed from 2 credit bureaus, but it may be that one credit bureau that's just so stubborn that won't remove it. But you really want to get your personal information removed, like your additional names, addresses. That's going to really help get the bankruptcy removed. And then also you want to get your bankruptcy removed from LexisNexis too. So send a dispute letter to LexisNexis, tell LexisNexis to remove it, and then they'll stop verifying it for the credit bureaus. And then LexisNexis too, after they remove the account from their credit reports, because that's another report to LexisNexis report. After they remove it, they're going to contact the credit bureaus and tell them, hey, we made an error that should actually be removed, and they should remove it also. But if they're slow, the credit bureaus, in removing it after they get the letter from LexisNexis, I would just keep hammering with letters. I would keep sending them letters, calling them all the time. Bug them, y'all. That's the only way it's gonna get done. You really gotta bug the credit bureaus. They don't want to me going back and forth with you all the time. So that's a great way to get stuff done. Oh, thank you. Any quick ways? So if I'm ever trying to boost my credit score quickly, I will try to remove any inquiries on my credit reports. It's not like you're going to get a huge jump, but you're going to get some type of increase. I will pay down all my credit cards to 5%. If they already have 5%, I will pay them all off. And I will pay them all off. And I will still charge at least $1 after I pay my full statement balance. I will still charge $1 so that they can at least report that dollar. I will make sure all the accounts removed from the credit reports. I think that's really it. And if you have any late payments, obviously said all the accounts are paid. But if you have any late payments, get those removed. That's what I would do. And make sure you have 4 credit cards and 2 installment accounts. If you don't have 4 credit cards, 2 installment accounts, you need to get those right away. Oh, yeah. See, that's what I was thinking. Okay, so the annual fee is $75 for the first year. Can you teach me and work with you? And can I pay the $75 right away? A lot of times when you have an annual fee, that $75 is coming out of your limit. Like you have no choice. Like I'll just pay out later. A lot of times that $75 is coming right out of your limit. So you have no choice but to pay that right away. But definitely you guys call me. Let me see if I have my phone number. There we go. 833 Rickita. If you call in, we can help you. I have all my assistants that can definitely help you. And then also get on my schedule for starting March 1st. The app locks all 3 credit bureaus. Oh, wait, we got a shopping cart trick. Let me see really quickly. Let me see. Yeah, you got to fill out the form for the shopping cart trick. Let me see. Yeah, you have to fill out the form for me to do shopping cart trick because I don't have it. Congratulations, baby. I like to know information. I made a video about companies where you can be able to maybe if you want to do like a balance transfer for your credit cards, you can also get another loan to pay off your loans. I made videos about that before. Check them out. Check them out. I think I have one of them is like the payday loan. And if you guys are not looking at my community post, that's where I show you like the top results. Or if you're not looking at my stories, then you should, because I'll make sure I'm showing those different type of companies and everybody else getting results. But let me see. Let me not just tell you. Let me find one of the videos for you. Let me go back. I'm gonna find one of the videos for you so you can watch it. Oh, they got that credit card that somebody else was talking about earlier. Oh yeah, I have a question too while I'm trying to find this video. Is anybody out there paying off debt at all? Like how I'm paying off my debt, like paying off my car. Next I gotta tackle my student loans. 50 something $1,000 in student loans. Is there anybody else out there paying off debt? Or would you like me to talk about that experience of me paying off my debt, like how I'm doing it? That's a great video if you want to get a loan so that you can try to get those paid off and consolidated. I see somebody saying congrats on the baby. Thank you. Thank you. I just got a $200 limit cap on one. How should I spend? I would tell you, if you got a $200 credit card, you shouldn't spend more than $10. Stick to that. Don't spend more than $10. If you, well, this is the thing. Some people will like to max out their credit card, pay it off right away, max it out, pay it off, max it out, pay it off within that same month, just because they want to run a lot of transactions through their credit card so that they can get a increase, right? They want their limit to be increased. So if you want your limit to be increased, if you have the funds for that too, don't get caught up. Don't get caught with your pants down, with your drawers out. So you can go ahead and spend your $200, pay it off. Spend your $200, pay it off, if that's what you choose to do. If you just want to build your credit right now, you want to have a solid credit foundation, you just really want to get you a car, you want to get you a house, you want to get those types of things, then just don't spend more than $10 on that credit card right now. Just lay low, get some more credit cards, and focus on getting the debt removed from your credit reports. I see a lot of people that want to buy a house, but they don't understand that the debt on their credit reports is stopping them. It's not even their credit score at this point. No matter what we do, you can have debt on your credit reports. They may have 2 car loans, a lot of student loan debt, their credit cards. They have balance on all their credit cards. So you may want to try to remove some of that debt if you need something else to do. I have another one. I'm guessing this one is the only one with that. Okay, yep, that last name. Okay, let me try the shopping cart trick for you really quickly. All right, y'all. So we're already at an hour and a half. So I'm gonna finish up them last questions. Y'all make sure y'all drop y'all last questions. We're gonna see what's gonna happen with this credit card right now. Another thing too, when you want to do the shopping cart trick, you may want to be in an incognito screen so then they're not able to track you. But I don't have to do that. I'm able to get it work without it, but I'm gonna try to do incognito screen with this one here. So I'm adding the items in the cart now. I'm adding 4 of the $50 items, the $49.95. Telling me get ready for bed in 30 minutes. Okay, so check out. So now I'm gonna put all the personal information in. Okay, so I have 2 screens, so I'm gonna look over here. I just want to try to get it to go faster. I hope your first name is spelled correct. Yep, it is, because you filled out the form twice. And you did it the same both times. Let me see. What is that? What is the number? Oh, the apartment number. I'm gonna leave that. Are you in Florida like me? Okay, so I'm almost done. Let me put their phone number in. And Victoria's Secrets is the easiest company when they come down to the shopping cart trick. Oh, I got the pop-up to work, y'all. It worked. It worked? I got the pop-up to work. Okay, so that's good. So you get the shopping cart trick can work for you. So it worked for Victoria's Secrets. Let me try another company. Well, let me see something once. Let me see if I can share a screen. Let me see. Okay, I think if I share it this way, you won't see, because the address be like in a corner. You won't see it. So here it is here, you guys. So congratulations, you're pre-approved for the Victoria's Secret credit card. This is the pop-up that you're supposed to get. So I don't want to, let me see. I don't want to click accept now either, because you're gonna see the personal information like right here at the top. But this is the pop-up that you're supposed to get. So that's good. If you can get it to work for Victoria's Secret, you should get it to work for any credit card. So that's good. That's really good. She was able to get that pop-up. So if I were you, now that you know you can get that pop-up, you got to figure out which credit cards you want to get and go crazy and get them. But even though I filled out that form, I'm not filled out the form. Even though I did the shopping cart trick for you, I actually hired somebody just to do the shopping cart trick. We had thousands and thousands of requests to do it. It was no way I was going to be able to do it. When they come in Monday, they're still going to try to trick for you, send you a text message. And that text message should be sent on Monday. And it's going to be more details about getting approved and things like that. So definitely look out for that. But congratulations that you was able to get that. I don't know why Equifax credit score is so stubborn. That's like Equifax is my best credit score, then Experian, then TransUnion. So I did do a video on check systems before. I just don't think I named it check systems. Oh, I do. I have 2 different videos on the check systems. So let me send you those. Check systems, if you guys don't know, is if you have if you own any banks. Say if you had a bank account, you didn't pay it off. Check systems is that that report that's going to tell all other banks and credit unions that you didn't pay them. And check systems, you can actually dispute your check systems to get that information removed. Say if it was a bank that you didn't pay and it's on there, you can get that removed. You can also see too, you got inquiries on check systems too. You can remove those inquiries. So these are both of the videos I have on the check systems. Oh, this is nice. I thought I did a video. If not, then I'll do the video and have it posted tomorrow. I'll make sure I screenshot that so I can have it. If not, I'll do the video tomorrow. But I will check. And like I told you, you all, I've been waking up very early, so I am really tired. Y'all can probably see my eyes are really, really low. So I don't even want to go looking right now to see if I have it. Let's see if it's anybody else. And Michelin gave me a $1,000 limit 2 days after discharge. Okay, so you say discharge. Was that chapter 7 or chapter 13? Somebody said, "What's going on?" I don't know. I don't know what's going on either. I don't know what we was talking about when you posted that. Oh, you got the Express and that All Rewards. That's good. With the All Rewards, was that there? I think it's MasterCard, right? Did you get the MasterCard or did you just get the store card? You can have evictions on. You can have evictions and still get a house. Student loans aren't my biggest debt. Any advice? Pay them. That's what I'm doing. Pay them. They're following me forever. They're not going away. You pay them. Tell them you shouldn't have the bankruptcy on your say you shouldn't have the bankruptcy on your credit reports. But don't forget too, we should already send something out for you. And then I sent out after we talked about your accounts, I sent them something special out for your situation. But you will basically say that you shouldn't have a bankruptcy at all. Just you shouldn't have bankruptcy at all, and that you want to dispute that and have it removed, then they should do the dispute for you. For collection from 2018, should I pay? Yeah, so if you actually owe that debt. Now, remember I told y'all I got a letter from my old credit card debt. It's with a collection company, and that debt is actually older than your debt, and there's no way I'm gonna not get it settled out because all they're gonna do is sell it to a new company, and I'd rather get it all settled out and possibly have that company willing to extend credit to me again. Like I told you, I messed up my credit before. I had to get all that stuff removed and start back building. That's how I even know about credit or removing accounts and which credit cards you should and shouldn't apply for. Maybe it's not there yet. Maybe it's not there yet. Cause somebody else said that they said that too. They wasn't able to see it. You can try the shopping cart trick right away after you do the factor trust. You can definitely try the shopping cart trick right away. I had some people that oh, is it time to go, y'all? You coming to get me, babe? Okay, I guess the baby's coming to get me, y'all. Okay, let me it's only a few more. It's a lot more questions. I had a client that never did factor trust at all, and they was able to get the shopping cart trick to work. Yeah, that is a lot. Mm. I want a car and never release anything real credit. Okay, let me see. I never see. Yeah, it would be best to find something else. But then too, tying them up in a lease, that's the only thing. No, you can't do the shopping cart trick with Chase. We all wish. Maybe we should get you down. Let me make sure I remember. Your experience is stubborn. My trans union is stubborn. So we'll try the shopping cart trick for you for free, but you may have to wait um to get the results depending on how many people is actually applying for us to try it for you, try it for them. But if you want us to do it like within 24 hours, then you have the option to pay to get it expedited. Well, we can try it. It's within the 24 hours. She stays in California. Do I have an email? Yes, I do have an email. And I told y'all too last time, I said, even if y'all not my client, to become a believer and get an account removed, I can send you all a free letter to get accounts removed. So just email me. And then try to see if the Airbnb can cut you a deal too, like where you can just give them the money directly. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Your transgender's right along with me. Stubborn. Um Oh, that's something I need to do this weekend. It's some work. I'm sorry. I'm looking right now like, oh, I gotta do that. Let me write that down so I don't forget. Here is the link for the shopping cart trick. If you want us to do the shopping cart trick for you. Okay, here it is right here. You're welcome. The bankruptcy that's on your credit report, if it say Chapter 7 dismissal, that means they're saying that Chapter 7 bankruptcy was filed, which means everything, all your debts were included, most likely, where you didn't have to get on a repayment plan. Dismissal means that you did not go through with the bankruptcy; they just dismissed it altogether. So, all those debts they weren't actually done through your bankruptcy. I mean, you didn't go through with it. You want to get your bankruptcy discharged, that means that you went through with it. Oh, so that's everything. All right, y'all. Let me go answer all the questions. But she said that she never even I think last time you said you didn't even do that bankruptcy, right? You said you had a bankruptcy on your credit report, it's not even yours. And I sent out letters for you. Oh, yep, that's here you go right here. Yep. It's not even hers. I was like, what? And I like looked up the file. Yep, I sent out the letters. That's just horrible though. Oh, I just thought about something, but so this can really work in your favor if you make sure that you follow up like you need to. I don't like how my camera is doing it. If you follow up like you need to, then you could possibly sue them or attack them, the credit bureaus, for not removing it right away. Oh, thank you. I need to hear it right now because I'm got some weight on me right now. I need to hear it. Thank you. I can take all the love. I can take it all. I definitely need to hear it. But everybody, y'all have a nice night. Tomorrow, I'm going to put out another video. I don't know why it's not opening. I want to put out another video. If you want me to make a special video for you, let me know. Every Friday, I'm going to make sure I go live and I answer all your questions. If you have any questions. So if you ever have any questions, come on to the live on Fridays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'll make sure I answer all your questions. But everybody have a nice night. Let me go tend to my little baby. I'll see you all later. And if you're not watching my workout videos, definitely watch the workout videos because 9 times out of 10, you need to lose weight just like me. We all in the same boat. Let's kind of handle everything, our finances, our physical body, our mind, all of that this year. But I'll see everybody later.